Hello, my loves. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. If you're not, I hope that you will. Welcome to this video. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time. Welcome back if this isn't your first time. Thank you so much for joining me today, air signs. So this video is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome. So as you can see from the title of this video, today we're going to do a tarot reading. First, we're going to look at what have you learned and healed in 2020, and then we're going to look at some 2021 predictions. What will your new life be in 2021? And we're also going to get some advice from Spirit on, how to handle the transition, on whatever you might be needing advice for right now at the time that you're watching. So, two things I want to say before we get into it. First of all, this is a general reading, okay? So, of course, if you saw this on your feed, if you clicked on it, if you felt drawn to it, there's a message for you here, but it might not be the entire reading. And you always are in you're always the master of your own life, okay? Especially when we're looking at predictions for the future. These are things that are probable to happen, but you can change the course of that if you don't like that, okay? But yeah, so this is general reading, so take what resonates, and if something really doesn't resonate, just let it go. It's okay, you don't have to overthink it. And also, I do private astrology and tarot readings if you're interested in something more personal from me. All the information on how to contact me, or if you have any questions or anything like that, you can contact me. All that information will be down below in the description box, as well as the timestamps to the reading of each of the signs. So yes, also, is there anything else I would like to say? Something else that I also realized that I wanted to say is that I will be talking a little bit about the Great Conjunction. Now, I'm filming this after it happened, so you might have already heard about it. It was on December 21st, 2020, and it happened at 0 degrees Aquarius. It was the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. I will ask the card when I asked about your predictions in 2021, it might be affected by the Great Conjunction. I might ask about exactly what is the Great Conjunction affecting, how is it affecting your life and you? So, especially since we're doing Aquarius in this video and this is happening in your sign. But yeah, and if you don't really know what the Great Conjunction is, what it means, I'm going to talk about it right after this, and it's also in the timestamps down below, so stick around to know that. If you're interested or if you don't know much about that, you can also just look it up if you want to. But yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say, so stick around if you want to hear about the Great Conjunction. Otherwise, you can go in the description box and find the timestamp of your sign and go to your reading, and I'll see you there. Okay, so the Great Conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn for me, they are the two social planets in the way that, they are outer planets, but they move quicker than the generational planets. Generational planets being Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So Jupiter stays in the same sign for about a year, and Saturn stays in the same sign for about 2.5 years. So the people born, for example, in school, your school grade pretty much has the same Jupiter and Saturn signs, or most of the people around exactly your age. So that's why they can be called the social signs. For me, I think Jupiter and Saturn, they are very, very opposite energies, but they're both definitely needed in the zodiac and in our lives, because Jupiter expands everything it touches, and Saturn is about constraints and restrictions. So you see kind of the paradox here. But how I see it is that, to me, Jupiter and Saturn are the two teachers of the zodiac, if you look at the archetypes, because I think Jupiter is kind of like the teacher that is very, very gregarious, very extroverted, very philosophical, and just very enjoyable, just has a nice sense of humor, and is very present and very friendly and very human. And it's very easy to like them, and to like him if you're talking him saying like Jupiter, but you know, if you're talking about them. So if you're imagining Jupiter as a teacher, it's like your favorite teacher that's so easy to like, right? And who really believes in you, really pushes you, and is always there for you. And if you're interested, you can talk with them after the class ends and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? I think we all had a teacher like that, or I wish that for you, because it is really enjoyable, really nice. And teachers often have strong Jupiter in their chart as well. And Saturn is the teacher who's really strict, who's more severe, and more serious as well. Saturn is kind of the cold teacher, the one that's just so easy to hate, or to dislike. And you don't, fun is not a keyword that you would associate with them. But as you mature, and as you grow up, and as you age, you turn back and you realize that they were like this to you, truly to encourage you to grow. They were hard on you to encourage you to grow and to work harder. And they were like hard on you to encourage you to learn how to discipline yourself, so that you can be more and more successful as your life goes on. Okay, so Jupiter is not all good, because sometimes Jupiter can be too much, and can be, Jupiter expands everything it touches, but sometimes it can be too much as well. So Jupiter is not all good, and just Saturn is not all bad. Okay, so they're coming together during this conjunction. So this is really, the last time this conjunction happened was in May 2000 in the sign of Taurus, and now we have this happening at 0 degrees Aquarius. And as I already said, I think the 0 degrees is just so powerful and so symbolic. You can look in your birth chart, astrological birth chart, where this falls in what house, and this is where you're going to see the most changes. There's going to be a lot of innovations. There's just like, with this conjunction, especially at 0 degrees, I feel there's a lot of opportunities for new things and new doors to open, but of course you're going to have to take it if that is presented to you. Okay, it's just not going to happen just like that. But we've been in this super heavy Capricorn energy all year long, and we are slowly really moving out of that and looking at the future. We've been really kind of reflecting on our life and on ourselves, and on our societies and our infrastructures, institutions, all of that stuff, which is really Capricorn and really Saturn. And all of that has been transforming because of Pluto and the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in January that's really heavily associated with COVID. But now we are looking forward. Okay, like we had all of this. We've been assessing, some of these things have broken down or have been teared down, but and we've assessed what is good, what is bad, what do we want to keep with us, and what do we want to leave in the past, and now where are we going? Like, now what? This is really the feeling that this great conjunction is giving me. So yeah, I think I've said what I wanted to say about this. If you're interested in some more information, you can look that up. Hello, my lovely Libras. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing good today. Thank you so much for joining me. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to my channel, to this video. So, if you didn't watch the intro, today we're going to be doing multiple things. First of all, we're going to look at what lessons did you learn and what things did you heal in 2020. Then we're going to look at what is the Great Conjunction activating within you. If you don't know what the Great Conjunction is, I talked about it right after the intro. It's in the timestamps down below. You can also look it up if you want to. So go check that out if you don't know what it is or what that means astrologically. And we're also just looking at some general 2021 predictions. What will your new life be like in 2021? And finally, we're getting some advice from Spirit. So without further ado, we're just going to get right into your reading. Okay, Spirit, so what did Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising learn or healed in 2020? Okay. gonna take you. Who else? Who else wants to come out? Oh. We're gonna take you. And should I look at these? I really have to take them all? Okay, fine. I think you've gotten the most cards up until now. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, so I'm gonna show you your cards. Okay. So first we got the Emperor. Clarified by the Four of Wands. We have the Queen of Crystals. Clarified by the Universe. And we have the Ten of Swords. Clarified by the High Priestess. Okay, so I'm gonna get them closer to me just for now so I can see them better. So what is going on here for Libras? The Queen of Crystals is the first card that came out like right away at the beginning if you watched the shuffling, before all of these came out in a big old pile. And I do feel like it should be at the center of the reading here. I'm hearing that you have learned how to accept abundance. I'm hearing that, you know, because this is the Queen of Pentacles, I'm hearing money issues. So some of you guys might have battled big money issues in 2020 and you've come out of that. You've pulled yourself out of that. I'm hearing if you had childhood trauma connected to money, you've worked on that in 2020 and you really saw the results. And maybe this is kind of connected, so maybe all of these things are connected. Maybe this might not be for everyone else. Maybe you had some money troubles this year which triggered your childhood trauma about money, and then you healed that or worked on that, and now you are finally able to accept and receive abundance. Wow, look at me creating a whole full story. But you know, it might be learning how to accept abundance in ways that aren't necessarily material or financial. Might be about emotional abundance. Maybe you guys finally, you know, some of you guys might have had like some self-worth issues, and when the people around you, like your friends, your family, if you have a romantic partner or romantic, I was gonna say romantic partners, so maybe some of you have multiple or have had multiple during the year. When they told you that they loved you, that they cared about you, you didn't, there was like this little part of you that didn't fully believe them, or you thought they were lying, or you just couldn't see really why they could love you that much, or what they could love about you that much. And I feel like maybe you don't get it completely right now either, but you finally accepted it. And you're like letting yourself receive this love freely. And oh my god, as I'm getting this, I'm getting like the sense of this love flowing through me, and just like euphoria, and oh my god, it feels so much lighter and it's beautiful. Wow. Oh, okay, that was a lot of stuff. Because I just felt that so strongly, like in my own body. I'm not used to that. I mean, I get that sometimes during readings, but not always. I'm also getting that some of you might have learned to be more strategic, and or you've learned to trust your instincts when it comes to long-term planning, to the strategic moves that you're making, to the way that you're building. Okay, also here, 4 of Wands, we got building stuff. So maybe I'm getting some of you are younger, are just starting out their career, and you're kind of having to become more independent, or you're building up the plan that what you want to do with your life. You're working towards it. Because I'm getting like, because I'm okay, that's kind of specific, but I'm getting that some of you like, and you're gonna tell me, you would tell me like someone else or some other people didn't believe in you on this, in this way, for you to be planning stuff in advance and being responsible and being, having goals and being able to concretely build towards them in a way that was strategic and smart and resourceful. You would tell me that someone else didn't believe in you in that way, or that other people didn't believe in you in that way. But the thing is, that person or those people were like this with you because deep down you didn't trust yourself and you didn't believe in yourself that way. And so they were just, and that's why it triggered you so much, because they were coming to scratch at this little insecurities within you, okay, or that little voice in your head that kept telling you the same thing. And I feel this is something you've worked through a lot in 2020. And now you're like, you know what? No, I believe in myself. I know I can do it. I'm an independent, I heard woman. I'm an independent woman or man or person, and I know I can do this. And, the thing is, we all make mistakes. We all have highs and lows in our life. So you can trust yourself, and, you can allow yourself to make mistakes also. That's part of true maturity and growth. It's not about thinking that we're so independent and so smart and so strategic that we're always going to make the right decision, because no one does, okay? It's also about allowing ourselves space to make mistakes and learn from them and then get better. Because realistically, no one never makes mistakes. So it's like, if you expect yourself to never make mistakes, like, you're going to fail and you're going to be unhappy. And I feel like you really realized that in 2020. I'm getting from this card anger issues. I don't know why. Some of you might have dealt with that in 2020. So if you had or have had or were scared that you have anger issues, I feel like this is something that you've worked through a lot in 2020. I'm hearing Mars retrograde. So we did have a Mars retrograde in Aries this year, which sparked a lot of, not anger issues, but it was a big theme, okay? Because anger is related to Mars, and Mars was in domicile in Aries, which is your opposite sign. So, it was making oppositions to your sun, moon, or rising, whatever it is that you have in Libra. So it was really relevant. So Mars retrograde was from September to November. So maybe that was really during those times a lot, but it could have been, throughout the year. So I'm also getting that I should give you a confirmation. So yes, if you were worried about your anger issues, you have worked through them. Or like mostly, like, you now have tools, you now have tools to know how to control yourself and handle yourself, okay? And be more healthy about that. But this might not be for everyone because there's so many cards here. I'm also getting that you've learned how to see the bigger picture, especially with this universe card here as well. You've learned how to see the bigger picture, which is helping you to, and because you've finally grown into your Queen of Crystals energy, you're finally able to actually concretely build towards something solid, a solid foundation for the future and for the right now. I feel like you're kind of, because you're getting the bigger picture thing, you're getting like, I feel like there's multiple, I'm getting someone who like wants to do multiple things with their life, and they're like all like in their mind like, oh yeah, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do that. They're like thinking about those things, and it's like a list, but they're all separated. And I'm getting that you've kind of learned how to reconcile them in 2020 in a way that finally makes them seem more possible for you. And you're like, oh yeah, I can do this like that. Or I can put this and this together, or I can see that me doing this can help me do this after, or anything else, okay? So that's really cool. It's going to be a lot easier for you to actually get whatever it is that you want, now that you trust yourself and you have more solid foundations. Okay, I'm getting some of you, or maybe even one of you, was struggling with anxiety. I almost said addiction. I don't know why. Maybe some of you were struggling with addiction as well. But some of you guys were struggling with anxiety a lot in 2020, and honestly, I never blame anyone who struggles with anxiety, of course, but especially not in 2020. Okay, if you already had anxiety, of course, it was most probably triggered a lot this year, which is very understandable. But I feel like you felt like you were in a dark place mentally. I'm also getting this kind of like prison vibes, like mental prison. Maybe you felt like you were in a mental prison or something. And the thing is, I'm getting a sense of exhaustion. And you know, the 10 in the suit of swords in the tarot, you have like the 7 of swords, which is, the 7 of swords is about someone else being sneaky or hiding things behind your back, but you got the 8 of swords where the person is kind of like imprisoning themselves. Then you have the 9 of swords, which is really about anxiety and about nightmares and someone who's just worrying about everything. And then you get the 10 of swords, which is about the like ultimate hurt. That's really simplified, but it's just like the number 10 is about completion, because you've completed the cycle. So I feel like this is something that, or maybe you were had nightmares, had insomnia, you were just like someone chronic overthinker or over warrior, if that's a word. Something that you've been battling with for a while, and now you've really gone through the worst of it. Okay, you're like, the 10 of Swords, yes, is about the kind of peak and completion of that, but it's also about the dawn after the darkness, okay? And it's not, for some of you, it's not necessarily that you've battled it and now it's gone forever. It's just that you've learned how to deal with it in a healthier way. And you know that it doesn't control you. You don't let it control you anymore. You don't let it define you anymore. I'm getting, for some of you, of course, some of you did consult and go see a therapist, who helped you with that. Some of you, I'm getting spiritual guide. Maybe some of you was like a guide or a teacher who was more spiritual or even religious. Some of you guys, I'm hearing you prayed. So maybe some of you guys actually prayed or did some like, I'm also getting like speaking to your angels. This is something really specific. So this is probably only going to be for one person. The praying or speaking to your angels. Maybe some of you did that because you're like, oh my god, I'm going to try everything. I don't know what to do with this. But I'm getting, a lot of you are just getting like, the more you listen to your intuition and the more you're realizing that you are a sentient being like everyone else, and that you also have, and I was gonna say you also have a soul, but it's not that you didn't think that you had a soul, but it's just you're realizing that there's a 4D and a 5D, and there's like a higher consciousness that you can attain and that you already possess within yourself, and it's all about you activating it and listening to it. So I feel like some of you guys have like started to listen to your intuition more. I feel like some of you guys have freed a part of your spirituality maybe, or you're just getting like I'm getting someone who just gets like intuitive hits or messages in their life, but also in your dreams. And the fact that you've listened to them and accepted those intuitive hits has helped you with that anxiety, or whatever the Ten of Swords represent for you here. So I'm not sure how, but I think if you know, you know. Okay, if this is you, you're gonna understand. If right now you're super confused and you're like, what is she talking about? It's not for you. Okay, that part of the message is not for you. Okay, so that's all I saw in those cards. Now let's get, okay, well, that was quick. I wanted to see what is this great conjunction activating within you. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. We actually have the 5 and the 6 of Cups. I promise my cards are well shuffled. But yeah, they came out together. So this is definitely a continuation. So maybe, you know, at the time I'm filming this, like the Great Conjunction already happened. It was on December 21st, 2020. But maybe at first, like, you weren't feeling good about it, or maybe around that time you were feeling a bit depressed or sad or in the dark also, maybe about something. You were maybe just not at your best, and you are right now feeling a bit more joyful, a bit more festive. Or if you aren't and you're still in this 5 of Cups energy, you're going to grow from that and get into this 6 of Cups energy, which is going to be more like that, as I said, joyful and festive. If you are a Libra rising, this great conjunction is happening in your 5th house, which is the house of children and games and self-expression and individuality and creativity and art and all of those things, and also passions and love affairs, romance. So, because I was also getting something here about childhood. Maybe some of you are like reconnected to some childhood memories. There might have been like some nostalgia, which might also have been why you're kind of sad. But I'm getting like some of you, and you know, the 5th house also represents children, like, or children if we have them. So maybe some of you are going to have children this year. If you're just going to birth a new project or a new you. I'm getting, oh, that's so nice. That's so sweet. You're really reconnecting with your inner child. Okay? I'm getting someone who, you know, here on this card, you know, dancing and having fun and just being playful and just being not stressing too much or worrying about things too much and just letting yourself go and have fun. And so I feel like this is a year for you, at least, you know, from the Great Conjunction, of you just freeing your inner child and being more creative and being more imaginative and just letting yourself do that without any kind of judgment. Okay, let's get more 2021 predictions for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What can Libra expect from 2021? What can Libra expect from 2021? Okay, I don't think any other cards want to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no. Spirit was like, no, it's that one card, nothing else. Okay, so we got the Hanged Man. Okay, so what should I do with this? Put it in the middle. And at the bottom, at the top, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So again, this is the same card as the Queen of Crystals here. So you are carrying this energy with you in 2021, okay? But it's not the main focus, unlike 2020, because you already have this, you've already mastered this. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So again, you know, the Empress is also about creativity, about art. You know, this is, the Empress is connected to Venus. And Libra, you are ruled by Venus as well. So this is about creativity, about love, about also like femininity and motherhood and children and birthing. So again, some of you will have children in 2021. I'm mostly getting... like if you want some, okay, don't freak out if you don't want any, but it could be very well a possibility. And or just again, just like birthing new projects, especially like artistic stuff, you know. And that's what I didn't specify that when I was talking earlier about like the Six of Cups and the fifth house stuff, but I was really thinking about birthing new projects and all that. I was thinking more like creative, artistic stuff like that, but it can be whatever it is that you want. So with the Hanged Man, this is really like, this is not a year where you're making big moves and you're taking big action and you're completely changing your life from upside down. Okay, it's really not. This is a year where you know, of course you keep working on yourself, you keep doing you keep living your life, you keep doing better and learning. But this is a year where you just go with the flow. You just chill out, you connect to your inner child, you learn to have fun, you learn how to find the best in whatever it is, the situation that you're in. And you let things unfold, basically. Of course you can make moves if you want to, but it's not going to be, okay, like, not going to be that many big changes, like not going to be many big changes in 2021 happening for you at all, at least not in the 3D. You might also be, and I'm not getting that this is going to be something really, I'm getting, if this is happening, it's going to be kind of naturally happen over time. This is going to be a year, I keep mispronouncing things. This is going to be a year where you just kind of change and shift your perspective about yourself, about life, about how, whatever it is. Because I'm getting like kind of in general. And yes, it is about partly freeing your inner child, but I'm also getting like just, it's about world circumstances. And so we can't know what will happen. But I'm just getting like a higher understanding, a higher kind of acceptance, and just shifting your perspective a lot in 2021. But it happening like not drastically or violently, it's just happening slowly over time as you let yourself flow with all of this. Okay, so let's get some advice from Spirit, from the goddesses themselves, should I say. What is some advice for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising people? What is some advice? Oh, okay. Ooh. What is some advice for Libra? Yeah. I knew this card would come out. Anything else? I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, that's what I thought. So I really thought this card would come out, and it did. We have Rhea flow. I literally saw it in my head when I was talking about letting things flow. So yeah, I mean, this is again just another confirmation to what I already told you. Like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even think I should say something. This really just speaks for itself. So also, if you feel alone on this path, You are accompanied by beautiful Rhea here, okay, who is watching over you and sending you lots of love and helping you co-create your reality. Okay, this is number 44 as well, if that means anything to you, or if you've been seeing that number a lot recently. If you've been seeing that number a lot recently, it's Rhea talking to you, letting you know that everything is okay and you can just let yourself flow with life. And that you're doing great. You're going in the right direction, whatever direction it is that you're going towards. So here we have number 38, Morgan, Death and Magic. So again, like, this is, you know, to me connects with the High Priestess that we talked about earlier. Like, you're kind of connecting to your, I was gonna say magician, but to your, like, more magical and spiritual side. So I'm getting, again, this is like, I feel like the High Priestess was like, yes, you've been listening to your intuition more and it has helped you. And Morgan here is like, and you should keep doing that. Also, let yourself believe in magic. You're gonna feel so much happier if you do. I don't know why I got that, but yeah. That might also be connected to your inner child. If, like, during childhood you believed in magic and then you, like, grew up, start believing in magic again. Why not? I'm going to look in the booklet for more again because I'm not getting more messages, like, just intuitively like that, but I feel like there is more to say. I'm just going to read out loud to you what it says in the booklet. So this is the empowerment message. Consider your life a magical gift and your experience of it a beautiful opportunity to leave the world a better place. You give that gift back when death comes and ends your time on this plane. Experiences, relationships, projects, and even long-cherished dreams are all subject to the natural laws of death and the magic of the Celtic goddess Morgan. Now is the time for you to let certain parts of your life die and recognize this process as something to celebrate as well as to mourn. Let go with love and gratitude. Leave your fears behind. For in death there is great magic, as nothing can ever be truly destroyed. From the ashes of the old, a new life and new dreams will come to be. Face this time of dying and death with love and courage. Be willing to be empty. Soon the goddess Morgan will fill you up with magic, and a new world will be born for you. This is her gift for you when you surrender your resistance and allow things to be as they are. Okay, so I'm getting for some of you, this is a really beautiful message. I'm getting for some of you, this is really about, because if you have been connected to your spirituality more and your intuition more this year, I mean, in 2020 and in this year too, I feel like this was something that was kind of unusual for you, and you're more practical, intellectual, rational usually in your life. And so I'm getting, if this is you, I'm getting this is Morgan again just saying, let the old belief systems that you had that didn't allow space to value spirituality and intuition, let that go, let that die, and you'll get more. Okay, but this might also be about something else that's really specific to you, and I feel like you will know what that is. Okay, so Libra, these are all the messages that I got for you today. I hope you liked your reading. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you watching and coming on here. So if you liked this and if it did resonate, please like this video, comment down below, share, subscribe to my channel for more videos like and unlike this one. If this didn't resonate, I really recommend that you might watch your other signs, especially your rising sign if this isn't your rising sign. So the water and fire signs are already up on my channel, and the earth signs will be up very soon. Okay, so go check that out if that didn't really resonate fully, or if you felt drawn to another sign or reading, because there might be a different message for you there. But either way, I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing month, an amazing 2021. Once again, if you are interested in something more personalized from me, I do personal astrology and tarot readings. All the information on how to contact me will be down below in the description box. Otherwise, I'll let you go. I wish you an amazing day. I'll see you next time. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.